Evening people, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, or first of all, let me just say apologies if you were tuning in Friday for Swearfest. Couldn't make it, I was all blown out all day with a migraine, so decided to leave that one well alone. But tonight we're back. We've got P1RC Super Formula League. Here's a bit of a rejig. So they were going to try and run 2 leagues, one every other week, so one Honda, one Toyota, but it all got a bit confusing and they decided to rejig the season, start again. So it's Toyotas and Hondas. It makes no odds which car you're driving as long as you stick with the same one throughout the season. So we're round 1 from Nürburgring GP track tonight. I don't mind this track, it's not too bad. I do like the full Nordschleife more than this. But we're on the GP track tonight, so we have got a 20-minute quali into a 40-minute race. Let me just quickly recheck those settings. Yes, so tyre wear is on ×8, fuel is on ×3, slipstream is on real. We've got light mechanical damage, so if they do pick up any damage, it will repair itself, and they won't have to come in the pits. So I believe they've started the 20-minute quali. Let's go and do the usual things. So let's sit with frontman out on track, DJ Macca 21. So again, don't know a lot about this driver. I've only seen him in 1 or 2 lobbies with these boys. So these are running out laps. He's just come around the last turn. So they are able to use any tyres between the softs and the hards tonight. These Super Formulas have got the overtake button as well, like the KR, the DRS, even on the Formula 1s. Not the DRS, what we're talking about, the KERS. I was right, I was going to say KRS for some reason. So Gamer Dad also out on track. So we'll give these guys a couple of minutes to get around, start putting some hot laps in. As I say, it's a 20-minute quali and then a 40-minute race. The season has been reset. As I say, it was split between 2 lobbies, Hondas and Toyotas. Nice wide line there, Don Dotter. Dory, evening mate, how you doing? You racing tonight? I've seen you on track anywhere? No sign of... Oh yeah, there you are, Dory. Dory with pit glitch issues. Well, that's what happens when you try and chat on YouTube. You take up your bandwidth and you end up smashing into pit walls. So we are coming around for the first of the hot laps then. What's DJ Macca got? He sticks in a 140.8. He's just been outdone though. Gamer Dad and Hyder Rider have taken him. Gamer Dad stuck in a 139.8. Hyder Rider a 139.6. Zuzim's 138.7. Back in his trusty purple and pink livery. Picolet's Cup now chucked himself up into 4th. Rousey and Baba, so places chopping all over the place. Rousey and Baba's now on provisional P1 with a 137.8. Reg GT's chucked him into 2nd with a 138.7. Dizzy's in third with the 138.7 as well. Susim's then pushed down to fourth, 138.7. Don Dotter fifth, 139.2. Big Les Kun, 139.3. Rider 139.6. It's a nice sticky you've got down the side of your car there, mate. Again with Dad, 8th place currently 139.8. Mocking Weeks 140.0. DJ Makar is on 140.8. Baggy Snails on 141.6. Pilgrim on a 143.9. Convicts 150. Oh, yet to put a hot lap in. We'll just stick with Convicts, see what he does as he comes across the line. He sticks in a 142.8, so chucks it up into 12th. Pilgrim Paddy we just looked at 143.9. Weed King 420. He had to put a hot lap in. He is also just coming around the last corner. Let's just stick with him. See what he's got also. 159.8. So a great lap from Weed King. Dory yet to stick a hot lap in. So this man is currently fastest man out on track. Just popping up saying yes, he did have a pick, literally how he saw it. Coming in for fresh boots then. Out on a fresh set of racing softs. Now he's blown a quarter of a tank. You can see him hitting the limiter on that car, just trying to burn off some fuel. So rejigged also came in the pit last lap as well for a fresh set. Dizzy just looks like he's getting himself back on track. So just keep your eye on Zuzim. He likes to do a last minute or a last couple of lap fastest lap manoeuvre. He drops all his fuel, sticks a fresh set of tyres on and goes out and tries to smash it. So keep your eye on that. So Zuzim has gone a little bit quicker then, 138.0, chucks himself up into second. Still almost 0.2 of a second back from Raoul's fastest currently. So 7 minutes into quali. Dizzy up into fourth then, 138.7. End up putting a time in? Not yet. So let's go for a lap with Raoul Baba as he comes around this last turn then. So he's down the start-finish straight. First turn, it drops off down a hill, off camber, almost a hairpin. So back on the power into the Mercedes arena. Easy to run wide through this turn here. Hard on the brakes again for this turn. Let's get some graphics up for you people. Can't remember all of these turns, unfortunately. Another awkward left-hander down into fourth for that one. Second for the hairpin. Oh, it's not a hairpin this one, almost. Oh, brakes for this hairpin. Longer than you think this one. Up through the S's. You can't keep the power on full if you get the line right through here. On the brakes for this almost 90-degree left into a 90-degree right. chicane. Different variants of the chicane to be used as well, you'll see. Taking the first option. It's part of the GP track. The full 24-hour course has the second chicane open. Couldn't tell you why. That's a lap on board with Ralsei Baba. So he's sticking at 1:37.4 as well, so he's increased his gap over Zuzim's in second. So half a second Zuzim's got to make up. You can see there he's just thrashing the crap out of that car, wasting as much of that fuel as possible. He's gone quicker, he's up into third, 1:38.6. GT into fourth. Big Les Kunt still in fifth though. 1:39.0 for him. Dutch in sixth. Hyder up in seventh. So again, the dad just gone quicker. 1:39.5. Then that puts him in eighth. Just popping Mocking Weeks. Ninth, his fastest 1:39.7. Maggie Snail's in 10th with that 1:40.2. DJ Makar 1:40.8, not managed to go quicker than that yet. DJ Makar. Paddy off track, his fastest 1:41.8. Convicts Popeye 1:42.4. Wheat King's up to still struggling 1:53.2. Dory's struggling as well, 1:48.2 for Dory. Just stick with Dory as he comes around these last couple of turns. It's going to be a quicker time if he keeps it on track. It is a 1:38.7. As he chucks himself from the back of the pack up to 8th. It's good to see he's got the FU Cancer logo across the front of his car. And that pink bow. Pushed down to 9th then. Don Dotter up into 2nd. What's he done? 1:37.8. So he's only 0.4 of a second back from Raoul. Just over 0.1 of a second quicker than Zuzim's, but as I say, Zuzim just doesn't like going for a last dash fastest lap in these sessions. So keep your eye on that. Les Kunt then he's up into 4th. Oh, he's just been done by Mocking Weeks and pushed back down into 5th, 1:38.3. Penalty as well for big Les Kunt. He's going to have to drop that. Dennis the Menace livery as well for Mocking Weeks. I like that. Up into 4th then with 1:38.3. Oh, just running a little bit wide there. Should get away with not picking up a penalty. Did keep 2 wheels on the curbs. Les Kunt drop the penalty now, back up to full race pace. Dory's chocking on a new set of tyres, he's in the pits looking to go quicker. Lego livery as well. Don't know who's done that for you. See Maggie Snail's coming through, so he's struggling in 11th at the minute, 1:40.2. Tyres looking a bit worn there, Bags. So Convict's got to set. Let's see what he sticks on. I thought it's a set of softs. So he didn't really need to take on board any fuel. He's back out on a fresh set of racing softs with the Reese's livery. Currently 12th place for Convicts Popeye then. DJ Macca then pushed down to 13th now. He's not managed to better that second lap 140.8. Paddy as well in a similar situation, down in 14th, 141.8 for him. And Weed King just not getting on with these super formulas at all by the look of it. He's currently facing backwards. So Zuzims has gone quicker there, 137.3 for him. Smash on the wall on the way in. So let's go see what Raoul's got then. There's the sector times, okay, coming after the hairpin. There we go, he's a bit quicker, 0.3 of a second up. Can he maintain that? There's only 4 minutes left of quali, not that long to get some laps in. You probably get 2 more in after this one. So we'll just stick with Raoul then. What's he got? He's got a 137.3 to beat. He does go quicker, 137.1 then for Raoul. Back onto pole position. So Zuzim's on an outlap. Might just squeeze 2 more in if he's quick. So this is where we'll see Zuzim's try and get his fastest lap of the race. Dotter's still holding that 3rd position. Dizzy's back up into 4th, 137.6 for Diz. Big Les, he's gone a bit quicker, 137.7, 5th place for him currently. Looking Weeks then, 138.3 is his fastest. He's also just been out of the pits, so he'll be looking to go a bit quicker on that fresh set. Less fuel in the car. Reg GT also gone a bit quicker, 138.6, 7th place for Reg. Dory's still 8th at 138.7. Gamer Dad 9th, 138.7 as well. And a ride on 138.8 in 10th. Aggie in the pits. He's gone a bit quicker, 139.9 for Bags. 11th place only though, 140.7. Convicts has gone a little bit quicker. DJ Macca still not managed to better that lap to Pilgrim Paddy, just for past him 140.8, so he's still struggling. King's managed to go a little bit quicker, still currently sitting at the back of the pack. So Raoul's trying it then, he's come out on a fresh set, 1/4 of a tank left. Zuzim's got just over a 1/4 of a tank. Let's see what he's got. He's coming across the line now, so he goes quicker again. 0.3 of a second, 136.8. So he's now back up on the pole. He's got this lap to try and bolster that position. Raoul trying to do the same thing though. So he's just looking at Raoul's timing. He's ghosting out, so I think That's the end of that one for Rowell. Marking Weeks then gone quicker again, 1:37.5 up into third. Just taking Dom Dotto then. So Rowell just saying 30 seconds before race start. So it's looking like your grid order, people. Susan's taking pole position. Rousey and Baba in second. Mocking Weeks third. Don Dotter fourth. Dizzy fifth. Big Les sixth. Red GT seventh. Dory in eighth. Gamer in ninth. Hyder Rider in 10th. Baggy in 11th. Convicts 12th. DJ Macca 13th. Pilgrim Paddy 14th. And Weed King all the way at the back in 15th. So a full lobby. It's good to see again. So that is your grid order. So we're on the wrong side of the traffic lights. The reds are, oh no, we do get to see them. So we've got all the lights are on, we're waiting for those to drop. And they're off. So good start all round. Don Dotter's had a good start. He's managed to make his way past Mocking Weeks up into third. Reg GT's died down the inside on the first turn. He's up into fifth. Bit of a drift from him though. So up into fifth for Reg GT. He's looking to go down the inside of Mocking Weeks through here though. Mocking Weeks will have the inside line for the next turn. Reg GT might just be able to get a nose in front here. Take that position. He does up into fourth then. So Mocking down in fifth. Big Les Cunn hunting him down. Dizzy right on his tail as well. Hyder Rider in eighth, made a position up. Gamer Dad looking like he was running a bit wide in turn one, down in ninth, then losing a position from the start. Dory in 10th, right on Gamer Dad's rear end as they head down towards this hairpin. Nice tight line there through the hairpin by Gamer Dad. Maggie Snails 11th, DJ Macca 12th. Convicts in 13th. Weed King's made a position up, he's up into 14th. And Pilgrim Paddy, unfortunately, he's lost out there. He's at the back of the pack now. So Zuzim's taking the lead on lap 1 from the start. So we gained 1.3 seconds over Rowell. Rowell's coming under a bit of pressure from Dom Dotter behind as well. So Rowell needs to really just concentrate on keeping Zuzim's in sight. He doesn't need to be worried about Dom Dotter behind him. GT then, he's currently holding 4th place, bit of a gap back to Mocking Weeks as well, 1.7 seconds. And it looks like Dizzy's making a move for that 5th position. He gets it done down the inside in turn 1. Big Les Cunn might get a bit of a run on Mocking Weeks through here. He's currently got his nose in front. He does get that position on Mocking Weeks as well, so Mocking Weeks losing out 2 positions through that little section of corners there. 7th position, so then it's the menacing livery not working out for you at the minute, not being menacing enough. Hyder Rider then 8th. Dory trying to get past Gamer Dad. It is quite a difficult circuit to work with. Dory's going to go for a move down the inside into the hairpin. No, he's not. He's getting the cut back up the hill. Again, difficult to get the position done side by side as they're running through the S's then. Dory just having to back out of that one. Again, without having the line through there. Now he's compromised himself to Baggy Snails behind. Baggy Snails closed that gap up massively through there. Half a second between those two. And then there's 2.4 back to DJ Macca in 12th. Convicts Popeye 13th. Big gaps back to Pilgrim Paddy then in 14th. He's managed to get back past Weed King. So it looks like Weed King, he's out on the mediums actually. So he might just be struggling for grip, I was just about to say. So back up to the front then, Susan still leads. That gap reduced between himself and Rowell. managed to make a bit of a break from Don Dotter as well. Don Dotter's slowly falling into the clutches of Reg GT. It's on a bit of a penalty though. Losing a bit of it through there. Winnie, evening mate, how you doing? Like and subscribe. Vote for your driver of the day. Can't shake the cliche. Evening mate, only just seen you pop up. I'm actually watching a TV screen, not the stream, if you know what I mean. Dizzy's a little way back from Reg GT, 1.7. Big Les, unfortunately, he's got himself past Mocking Weeks. He's not managed to make any headway into the time of Dizzy in front. Mocking Weeks slowly coming under pressure from Hyder Rider as well. Board with Hyder as he tries to chase down Mocking Weeks down the back section of this Nords GP track, Nürburgring GP track. So through this first chicane, again easy to unsettle the cars through there, lose the back end quite easily. You see it happen quite a lot with the GR3s. Still not managing to make any moves on Mocking Weeks yet. Then Hyder Rider closing the gap into T1. Mocking going a bit defensive. Can Hyder make a move down the inside? Unable to do it. Mocking Weeks holding that 7th position well then. Hyder Rider's doing all the right things. We've got another battle going on behind. Let me just jump back to that. Dory's still trying to get past Gamerdad. Both drivers taking massive exits of that turn. So 2 good fights kicking off here. Neither driver can get past the driver in front. You see Dory making a lunge down into the hairpin. Again, he's decided not to do it. I think Gamerdad just chucks himself over to the right hand side of the track there, cuts off all the doors, but Dory's got a good run out of the hairpin. Side by side through this turn again though. Dory has to relinquish the place back to Gamerdad. Gamerdad didn't get that right, he's lost a bit of time through there. Allows Dory to stick with him. Dory's almost pushing him around the track. Oh, he runs himself a little bit wide though. Still on him. Can he get him up to the chicane? Gamerdad's got the line. Would have had the inside line into that chicane anyway. Let's just jump back up to this fight. Mocking Weeks has managed to drop Hyder Rider a little bit, get back on the rear end of Dizzy in front. Dizzy lost out to Big Les Kun as well. Big Les Kun's got past him. Up into 5th then for Big Les. He's now looking to hunt down Reg GT for that 4th position. 2.5 seconds that gap currently. Keep your eye on that, see if that comes down. Just see what's happening at the front. Zuzim's then still leading 1.5 seconds over Raoul. Yeah, they both managed to eke a little bit more time out of Don Dotter in 3rd place. That gap up to almost 2 seconds now. Reg GT 2.9 back. Yeah, Big Les Kun is drawing him in a little bit. It was just down to 2.3 seconds. Still holding that 5th. Mocking Weeks has done something wrong. He's got Hyder Rider all over him again. So let's go on board with Mocking. Looking back at Hyder Rider, trying to get the job done. So they shoot down the hill then. Through this easy right hand turn at the bottom, back up the hill towards the chicane. Hyder Rider's lost a bit of time through there, but he'll gain that back just here through the brakes. It's an easy place to pick up penalties as well, so Hyder Rider has closed that gap. And again, he's going to look to make a move into the first turn. Just some Mocking Weeks have a little stab of his overtake button. Hyder Rider's in a position to do it. He's got the inside line. He backs out though. Mocking Week keeping that position. There's a few drivers lining up as well behind. We've still got the fight going on behind between Gamer Dad and Dory. Dory as well. Gamer Dad's still winning out in that one. Oh, not there. Dory's just made a lunge down the inside, taking that place off him. Let's just jump back to that. Has Dory kept it? He's not. He's got it wrong on the exit of that and allowed Gamer Dad back through. So Dory back down into 10th then. It's still under pressure from Baggy Snails behind. Now next to him as he comes into this hairpin. He's got that position back. So up into 9th then currently for Dory, 10th for Gamer Dad. So it's all for Gamer Dad to do to fend off Baggy Snails now in 11th. It's not a lot to worry about for Baggy behind. He's got 7.4 second gap back to DJ Macca. He's also got 9 seconds back to Convicts. And then a big old 30-second gap back to Pilgrim. And then we've got 7 seconds back to 7.5 seconds to re-jig. So I think the latter two drivers just really struggling with these super formulas. They are all good to get on with. A lot of power if you're not expecting it, which assuming a few of these guys aren't. So as managed to pull a bit of a gap over Raoul. He's got 2.4 seconds. So just starting to lose sight of Zuzims. Goes the same for Don Dotter behind. He's now got nearly 3 seconds back to from Raoul. So we can see then that gap between Reg GT and Big Les Kund has come down. That's down to 1.4 seconds. And let me just flip to Big Les. Yeah, both their tyres looking very similar. Similar on tyre wear, similar on fuel as well. Big Les has brought that gap down massively in the last few laps. Reg GT fend him off. Oh, Big Les be able to pull that time in and take that place. You can see, I bet Reg GT can see him in his mirrors. Let's just flick back to those fights that were kicking off behind. So Mocking Weeks has got a bit of breathing room behind now then. What's happened to Hyder Rider? So Hyder down in 10th. I'm not sure whether have you just come in the pits for tyres. Did you spin yourself off track on those mediums? Do a bad job though. So Dory now looking to get onto the rear bumper of Mocking Weeks and Big Les. Has closed the gap on Big Les as well in front. It's down to half a second between those two. He's also out on the medium, so the tyre deg on the soft starting to come into play then for Big Les in front. You can see almost half more tyres compared to Mocking Weeks behind in his racing mediums. So I think Big Les is going to lose his position. Mocking Weeks has got him down the inside. Big Les has had to run a bit wide through there as well. And he might even lose his position to Dory, looking at this state of some of the turns he's taken with that tyre degradation. So Raoul's come in the pits a little bit early. Zuzims has stopped out. Raoul's done. He has just come out on fresh set of racing softs. He's not refueled. He's got half a tank left. Let's have a look at Zuzim's. Also half a tank. His tyres not too bad. Just over a third. I'd say about a third. So Raoul's got back out into second then. GT is now up into third position. He stopped out on those racing softs. So a few drivers getting promoted. Just have to come back to this grid order when pit stops have happened. So Don Dotter's down in seventh. Then he was in third position. He's been in the pits, fresh set of racing softs. He's taken on a bit of fuel as well. So down in seventh. He's got a bit of work now to do to get past Dizzy. He's also pit, but taking on no fuel. Yet to pit for tyres in front, as with Mocking Reeks. As I say, Reg GT should be in. Should have been in a lap ago with those tyres, mate, really. So Zuzim's is in. Whereabouts is Raoul? He just comes across the line now. Zuzim's. So Zuzim takes on a little bit of fuel. So that allows Rousey and Baba to jump him in the pits. Zuzim's out of the racing soft, so looking like he might try and run to the end of the race if he's just taken on that extra little bit of fuel. We are only 4 minutes away from the halfway point. Zuzim's might be looking to run to the end of this race on that fuel and tyre. Raoul will have to pit again for fuel. Unless he does some serious fuel saving at the end, at which point he'll lose the position to Zuzim's anyway. He's currently got a 2.4 second gap over Zuzim's. Dizzy up into third. As I say, he will probably have to stop for fuel as well. And I think Don Dotter's gone for a similar strategy as Zuzim's. That little bit of extra fuel just to take him to that 23-24 minute mark. Looking to run long on those tyres, or at least if he's not got to run long, at least he's only got to come in for tyres and not fuel as well. Save a little bit of time in the pits at the end of the race. So let's see if, as I say, this has been in on the fresh set of soft, so he won't be in any time soon. He'll be in near the end of the race for fuel. So Don Dotter's got all the work to do to try and get that position back now. Try and do what he can to close the gap on Zuzim's and Raoul in front. Up into fifth then for that pit stop. He's also gone for that extra little blip of fuel. Fresh set of racing softs. Hyde and Ryder out on the mediums. He'll probably have to pit again. Look at his fuel gauge. Same for Baggy Snails, I think. Unless he does a bit of fuel saving as well. We're getting to that stage where you can just about squeeze a lap out if you did a bit of fuel saving. Pets on Reg GT's going for a full tank of fuel. I don't think you need that much on board, mate. That's going to slow your car right down as well. This Gamer Dad's in 9th place, Story 10th. He's also taken on an awful lot of fuel as well. Where we at? 21:34. So he probably have to end of this race, but he's on the mediums. It'll last a lot longer. We saw the softs drop off quite a lot. So DJ Macker out on his own in 12th position. Convicts Popeye in a similar situation in 13th. Pilgrim Paddy, unfortunately at the back of the pack now in 14th. And looks like we've lost Weed King 420. He wasn't having the best of races, so he's decided to duck out, save everyone else. You can just sit in the pits though, mate. Still get points and all that sort of stuff. So back with Rowell then, currently leading this race, also holding fastest lap, 136.7. 2.1 second lead over second place Zuzims. He's just picked up a smidge of a penalty, that shouldn't be too hard to lose. Settle the car there through that chicane. But he's slowly closing in on Rowell. As I say, he's got the he's in a slightly better position. He's holding the more fuel. So Rowell's down to a quarter of a tank, drifting that car as well. So the gap down to 1.8. Still a lot of work to do. Rowell's no slouch. It just all depends on what he's decided to do strategy-wise. Does he decide to try and squeeze out that extra lap or two and then just try and fend off Zuzims, or does he pit late on in the race? Yet to be seen, but he is losing a lot of time to Zuzims now. Himself up into 4th. Don Dotty was behind Dizzy. So losing out another position to Mock in front. Ryder Ryder not doing a bad job, currently holding 6th position. Ricky Snails in 7th, holding a second penalty. GT in 8th. Gamer Dad 9th. Les in 10th, Dory in 11th, DJ Macker in 12th. Stewie, evening mate, how you doing? Convicts Popeye in 13th and Pilgrim Paddy in 14th. Surprised to see you not racing tonight, Stewie. So it looks like, oh no, so Rowell. Just lost another driver then, but we didn't. Still managing to keep that gap between himself and Zuzims currently. Just under 18 minutes of this race remaining. I think Rowell is going to have to pit again. I think Zuzims has got plenty of fuel to last him to the end of the race. Last out, Rowell did come in a lap or two earlier. But if he does pit, he will have to put a little bit of a squirt of fuel in, and he will be on fresh tyres when he comes out. But he's going to be a little bit too far back from Zuzims, I think, to make a challenge at the end of this race. Depends when he comes in. Still keeping that gap 1.7. Both these drivers making headway over 3rd place Dizzy, and that gap's up to 20 seconds. Rear wheel, evening mate, how you doing? Hope you've all liked and all that sort of stuff. And told your mates and told your mums. So it looks like Mocking Weeks is closing the gap on Dizzy in front. Managed to break away from Don Dotter a little bit. Ryder still holding that 6th. Maggie 7th. He's managed to get past Reg GT. You can see how upsetting it is for the cars when they drop down that little dip there. That's still holding 9th. Dory unfortunately is 4.7 seconds back from that fight. So what's happened to Big Les? Big Les has had an accident. He's got front end damage. That will repair itself, but it's cost him 2 positions. He's now down in 12th. DJ Macca and Dory have managed to get past. Macca holding a bit of a penalty though, 1.4 seconds. Got a corner somewhere. Oh, you don't want to be losing it like that, DJ Macca. Lift and coast into corners, my friend. Lift and coast. Fair enough, Stewie. So that damage repaired on Big Les's car now then, so he's back up to race pace, but 2 positions down from where he was. Carpet's Popeye unfortunately still rolling about all on his own, as is Pilgrim Paddy at the back. Let's jump back up to this fight at the front. Rowell's still leading us then, 1.2 seconds. He's picked up a bit of a penalty somewhere. Susan's tyres starting to look a little bit worn as well. Rowell's about out of fuel. So at the end of this lap we should see Rowell coming in. May even have to pit before the end of this one. We'll see. So Zuzims does come in then. Rowell comes in. Zuzims promotes himself to 1st. Just keep an eye on how far back Rowell is when he comes out of pits. So just taking on board his fuel. I don't think Dizzy's close enough to make a move, but he's coming to the pits anyway. He was coming under some serious pressure from Mocking Weeks. He got that gap down to half a second. He's now back up into 3rd position. Rowell's back out of the pits. What's his gap then? 14 seconds to Zuzims in front. He's out on the mediums, over half a tank. He's going to run to the end. Can he make the time up over Zuzims in front? Let's just start to see the lap time start to slow down from Zuzims with those tyres. And now the tyre deck starts to come into play really. Rowell is gaining a little bit of time, half a second already. So Mocking Weeks then 3rd. He's got a big old gap back to 4th place Dizzy as well. Although Dizzy has pit, fresh tyres and all the fuel he needs. Let's see what Mocking Weeks does. Does he decide to come in now, keep himself in front of Diz? Or does he wait, allow Diz to catch up, come in a bit later and then just try and overtake him? We'll stick with him for a minute, see what he does as he comes around the pit entrance. So he is in then. So we'll just keep an eye on Diz as he's coming up the hill towards the chicane. So he's only just just come in, has Dizzy. So that's the pit entrance. Mockin's still taking on board fuel. He's been released now. Dizzy will be coming at full race pace down the start-finish straight. It does look like Mockin's managed to play his cards right and keep himself in front of Dizzy. The gap only 3.1 seconds, both in a very similar situation. Mockin Weeks is out on the racing soft, will be slightly quicker, but they will wear out a lot quicker as well. 2.6 seconds. Oh, and he's picked up his second penalty as well as Mockin Weeks. So Dizzy's going to be able to close that gap down, no problem. Got a lot to worry about behind. Don Dutter's 6.5, 6.6 seconds back. Most of these drivers are now running to the end of the race. So all with fresh tyres. Zuzum's also been out into the pits, so back into this fight then, half a second between Raoul and Zuzum's. Zuzum's trying to drop the toe. Picking up the toe from Pilgrim Paddy in front. So Raoul's got to try and lose that penalty, as he is doing there, and stick on the rear bumper of Zuzum's to make anything in this race. Both drivers running really wide through there. 0.3 of a second between them. Raoul has dropped a bit of his penalty. Zuzum's not worried about running defensive lines just yet. Just losing a bit of penalty around there, Raoul. He has lost a bit of time, 1.1 seconds now to Zuzum's in front. He's got to try and keep him in check while he loses that penalty. I could just allow Zuzum's to run away with it. Gap up to 1.3 seconds between him and P1 position. But 25 seconds back to third place, Mockin. As I say, he has just managed to keep himself in front of Dizzy. He's got that gap back up to 2.8 seconds as well. So 6.5 back then to fifth place Don Dotter. 1.5 back to rejigged. So starting to come under a bit of pressure then. Let's see if rejigged can close it in. He is closing in on Don Dotter. 1.2 seconds now. So this fight could be a bit juicy towards the end of the race. Let's see what else is going on. Baggy Snails only 1.6 back from Dory as well, 7th and 8th. Can Baggy Snails get that position before the end of the race? Just under 8 minutes left. Game and Dad not that far back either, 2.6 seconds. Hyder Rider not that far back from him, only 1.7. Big Les, unfortunately, he's made up a position back up into 11th. Still 14 seconds back from Hyder Rider in 10th position. And then we've got 25 seconds back to Convicts in 12th. DJ Maka in 13th, 4.7 back. So losing a position to Convicts then. And Pilgrim Paddy still 14th. Still rolling round, it's good to see. And the Spider-Man livery as well. Has made up a bit of time. It's 1.3, 1.4 seconds. Raoul's still got a bit of that penalty to lose. So 7 minutes remaining. Gap down to a second between these two. Raoul dropping a big chunk of his penalty through there. Oh, he's picked up a little bit more. So trying to take the tightest lines possible then, Raoul, but it's costing him. Still a second between these two, 0.5 of a second penalty he's got to lose as well for Raoul. He's dropped that down to 0.2 of a second. Still within a chance here for Raoul. 6 minutes on the clock. Joaquin Weeks comfortably in third. 6.7 back to Dizzy in fourth. So this fight's kicking off then. Reg GT's got past Don to fifth for Reg. Snails still trying to hunt down Dory. Dory 4th, 7th place as well. 1.2 seconds, 1.1 that gap now. So Dory's out on the softs, both out on the softs. Dory's holding a little bit more fuel, but negligible really. Raoul getting some shouts from Stewie, so that's it, his penalty's been dropped. Oh, unfortunately he's 2.8 seconds back from Zuzim's now. So that could be race over for Raoul in relation to any attempt for P1. So losing more time to Zuzim's there, 3.2, 3.3 seconds. Just being held up a little bit by DJ Macca through there. Gap nearly 4 seconds then, 3.7. It's all falling apart for Raoul as he comes to the end of this race. He's just getting inveigled with a couple of back markers. So 3.9 seconds, 4.1 seconds. Unfortunately, with only 4 minutes remaining. Oh, he's off track as well as Raoul. So that could all be over for P1 position for Raoul. Week still holding that third comfortably, making more time up over Diz. Dizzy now losing time to Reg GT. Reg GT going to make a last minute position change in this race. 3.7 seconds the gap between himself and 4th place Diz. 2.4 between him and Don. So he's managed to stretch that gap out. Dory and Baggy Snail still fighting out for that 7th place. Only a second gap between them. Okay, but Dad's only 2 seconds back from this fight as well. 2.3 now. He's only going to take a little mistake from any of those lot. Sayer X6, how you doing, mate? I'm alright. I'm alright, buddy. Did you miss me on Friday? Huh? I had a migraine, buddy. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So Baggy Snails then lost a bit of time to Dory through there. 1.6 seconds that gap now. Game with Dad closing in on it. 1.3, 1.2 seconds. So he might be looking to keep that position. So we are running down to the last, we've got 2 minutes 40 seconds. They'll squeeze this one and one more in. That's the front runners. So it looks like Zuzim's got this one sewn up. He was coming under pressure from Raoul. Raoul did pick up some penalties though, which dropped him off by about a second and a half. Managed to claim all that back though, and then lost it all. They got inveigled with back markers, just allowed Zuzim to extend that gap to 6.8. And then Raoul does silly little things like run himself off track like that. Yeah, lost loads of time. He's lost nearly 7 seconds to Joaquin Weeks behind you, Raoul. Snips, evening mate. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, Reg GT is closing in still on Dizzy. He's got a lap to do it. 2 seconds the gap. Unfortunately, Baggy Snails has dropped off of the fight with Dory. Dory now 2.6 seconds back off that fight. Gamer Dad a little bit further back as well, 1.4 seconds. So the closest fight on track really is this one between Reg GT and Diz. So we've got 1 minute remaining on the clock. Will be the last lap for these guys. It all depends where Zuzims and the front runners are. They may squeeze one more in, but looks like Zuzims has got this one in the bag. RCM Babo, unfortunately, second place is looking like for him. Mocking Weeks had a good race though. He's in third position. You don't need to worry about that penalty either, Mocking. Dizzy fourth. He's also had a good race. Again, he's coming under a bit of pressure from Reg GT at the end of this one. I don't think he's going to get it done before the end of this lap. We have only got 14 seconds left on the clock, so unless Dizzy has a mistake, I think he's going to come home with that fourth position. So let's just chuck ourselves on board. They have come across the line. So it is going to be Mocking Weeks is the first of the front runners to cross the line. Just dropping that penalty as he does so. Good race for Mocking Weeks then, third position. Good points on the board for him. He's going to come home in fourth. As GT unable to close that gap near the end of that race, so he's going to come home in fifth then. Still not a bad race for Reg. I'll let you tell the German that, Stewie. So Don Dotter 6th, Dory Dory 7th, Paggy Snails 8th, Gamer Dad 9th, Hyder Rider going to come home. Great big handbrake across the line. 10th position for you, Hyder Rider. Big Les, not a great race for Big Les. He was doing alright, sitting at the front of the pack. Just started to slip away. 11th place for Big Les. So Comics Popeye then, he's quite a far jump back. DJ Macaron, Pilgrim Paddy have already crossed the line, so we just wait for Zuzims. Now 8.5 seconds in front of second place Raoul. Another great big handbrake from Zuzims as well. Good to see. First place for Zuzims. Just wait for Raoul. I think Reed King not Reed King, sorry, someone else. Comics Popeye still out on track. There he is, just coming down the last turn. Second place for Raoul. And handbrakes from Convicts as well. That's good. We like a bit of hooliganism at the end of a race. So a convincing win for Zuzims there at the end. Unfortunate for Raoul, he put him under pressure for the majority of that race. Zuzims getting a vote for driver of the day there from Andy S3 Black. Raoul coming home in second then, unfortunately. Like I say, putting Zuzims under pressure for a lot of that race. But just all started to fall apart at the end of that one. Putting on all the pressure, trying to take the tighter lines, but picking up penalties left, right and centre. Unfortunately, dropping those penalties and getting inveigled with back markers and then running himself wide on corners wasn't helping him one little bit. That's unfortunate. But Mocking Weeks coming in third, that's alright. Podium position. We did lose Weed King, but that's he wasn't having the best of races. He didn't have the best of qualies either. So as it says in the description in the video, it is a system, the season rejig. So there were two lobbies, both on Sundays, but they were alternating weeks. One was a Honda, one was a Toyota lobby. There was just a little bit of confusion with who was racing what, which tracks were what. People not turning up for one, but for the other, so they decided to join lobbies. So they are Toyotas and Hondas in this one. We're going to start again. All the points have been reset, etc. Starting again for a fresh 10-week league. So stick around, peeps. Plenty more action to come. I'm myself, driver of the day. Let's have a look what we got here. Driver of the day, Mocking. Man quack. Sorry, son. Fair enough. Just sent who a message? The German. Nice. I hope it said you numpty on it. Yeah, I myself am back tomorrow night, 8:30 for Next Gen Minis. That's been a good league, good couple of seasons as well, the last couple of seasons. And then Tuesday off, then I'm back Wednesday, 8:30 for the Team versus Team GR3 event. Thursdays at 9 o'clock for P1RC Renault Megane trophies. And Friday, if I'm not puking or ill, I should be back for the final 2 rounds of MRC's GTTCC. It's not been a great season for me. I've had shocking results. I didn't race Friday due to illness, so I've missed a whole 2 races out of the 10. So I'm probably going to end up back down in League 4 next season, but, you know, so be it. If I'm not quick enough, I'm not quick enough. That's just the way it is. So yeah, you know what's coming up. You know my lineup. Everything else, you know what's coming now. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.